What's going on, people? Coach Trev, your accountability coach, back at you with another vid. Today we're talking about how fire needs feeding. So I'm going to give you some examples, and this is going to apply to your goals, to your vision, whatever you're on that, when you're on that path to getting unstuck, you want to be in a state of progressing and moving forward. So I'm going to give you a couple tips on there that you can apply today, how fire needs feeding. And all right. And so if you are new, or if you haven't done so yet, if you checked below in the comments in the description, you'll see the link talkwithtrevor.com. And you can also see it right here, talkwithtrevor.com. Now, if you click on that link, if you go to that link, that sends you right to my calendar, and you'll book your complimentary collaborative call. At that time, I will help you give you tips on ways that I can assist you with achieving your goals. I help with accountability, productivity, and goal achievement. All right, so there's that. Now, if you're watching this on YouTube and you haven't done so yet, click on the subscribe button below. Also, click the bell for notifications so that you get an alert every time I post new content. All right, so and one last announcement, December 17th, put that on your calendar. That's when my book, The Doorways of Life, goes on pre-sale. So check your local distributors. All right, so let's jump in. How fire needs feeding. So when we're talking about fire, we're talking about the spark, the ignition, the condition, the catalyst that you use that sparks you to move forward in your goal achievements, that helps you with those markers, those indicators, that pushes you towards your vision. So when you see a fire, so if you've seen the news or if you've heard many times the people are concerned about forest fires, whether it's a house fire, a small fire, or it's a planned fire. There's things that fire needs. One, fire needs oxygen, which is huge. That's what feeds a fire, what flames it. The more oxygen it gets, the more it begins to grow, and it grows hotter. All right. So that fire is looking for that oxygen. So you have to ask yourself, what are the things that you're looking for that's going to push your inspiration forward? What feeds you? What gives you that push in the morning, or that push in the middle of the day, when you hit that slump, or that evening push? Whatever time is best for you that you're pushing towards achieving the goals you set. If it's health, if it's reaching out to a coach, if it's reaching out to a friend, if it's contacting your group that's holding you accountable, that's putting your feet to the fire, if it's a master class, a workshop, something you need to think, what are the things that are feeding you? What's your oxygen? All right, so you need to define what's your oxygen that feeds your fire for your goals. That's key. Number two, fire looks at wood. Doesn't look at wood. It's looking at whatever can burn out. So whether it's wood or paper or anything, all those things are accelerants because the fire wants to spread. Same thing with your goals, with your inspiration. It wants to spread. It needs to spread beyond where it's at. As I said before in previous things, if you want growth, you've got to go beyond where you are. You've got to push it out. Once something is stretched, like your brain or any of those things, then it can't return back to its original shape. So you want to really begin to feed those things and say, okay, my inspiration needs to grow here. You may need to go somewhere, take a walk, may need to take a vacation, take a perspective. You may need to rearrange your room. You may need to sit in a different place, put on different music. All these tips and things that you need to do so that your inspiration grows. That's really the wood, the leaves, the stubble, all those things that the fire is looking for to burn, because that's its purpose. Its purpose is to burn, to eat through those things. So the oxygen in the wood. So you're looking for those things that's going to feed your fire, to feed your catalyst to move forward with your goals. All right. So that's important. That's why fire needs feeding. If you cut off the oxygen of a fire, it's done deal. It's going to die out and close. So when people are grilling, they know that, okay, I want to kill the fire. They put the cover on. That cuts off the oxygen. They close the lid, make sure that it gets no oxygen, and they know that fire is going to die out eventually because it doesn't have what it needs to feed. Now, when it comes to those forest fires, it's out in the open. Nothing but oxygen, nothing but wind. They're looking at what's going to feed it. The wind comes, that gives it that much more oxygen, and it's going to grow and develop. It's going to grow and expand beyond what can be handled. So that's what I mean by how fire needs feeding. Your fire, your push, your inspiration, your catalyst, it needs those things. You need to define what the oxygen is and what's it going to burn up, how you're going to move forward, and it's going to feed you that. All right? So hope this was a help. Take these tips, apply it to your life. And once again, as I said, if you need some help with this, when you need some help with this, click on the link, talkwithtrevor.com. Go to that. Book your call with me. Let me help you with that. I've been working with people, coaching and mentoring for close to 20 plus years. All right. So let me take the skills that I've gotten or received throughout the years and help you to gain accountability, increase your productivity, and achieve your goals. All right. So thank you so much. As remember, follow, subscribe, click on the bell for notifications so that you can alert when I post new content. And remember, mark your calendar, December 17th, pre-sales for my book, The Doorways of Life. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next vid. Be blessed.